It's about to get live as a wire here in the phone booth. The Wizards are playing host to the Chicago Bulls. Tonight's game is a huge opportunity for the Wiz Kids. With the win, they could jump 2 spots in the East. Welcome to Wizards Pre-Game Live. I'm Chris Miles.
Up 2-1 without John Wall. Can they realistically win this series? When you were 32, you said, you know what, I'm done playing basketball.
Can't do it.
Well, Rasul Butler, he's 35, and he seems to be spry and ready to go. What do you think about him? Pierce, turning the ball over, leads to a layup on the other end with under 15 seconds to go. But you know what my favorite Bob Marley song is?
What's that?
Redemption song. But the bigger problem isn't offense for the Wizards right now. They are the second worst team defensively in the first half over the past 2 weeks. Last time the Wizards started 6-2, I do believe it was you, Phil, who led them in those categories. 17 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, a block.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy that hadn't hit a field goal in the first 2 games of the season. Well, look, enough about John. Where's your spot on the floor, Robert?
Let me tell you, back in the day, I used to like to run to the corner. But let me ask you this, hold up. Do you have a spot?
The wings.
The wings.
Can this be corrected? Because this wasn't an issue early in the season. They were doing a good job. Can this be corrected before the All-Star break? Because they need some wins.
Were you at the rec center when you were shooting from the wings? Where were you? I didn't know you balled.
Ron,
I'm just curious.
Yes, at the rec center, the YMCA, the street courts, wherever you want to take it, that's where I will bring it.
Marcin Gortat not on the floor. We had this during the regular season where it's Nene or Gortat, but Paul Pierce was on the floor after hitting the big shot. We know he's not a great defensive player. Do you like that move by Randy Whitman? That three-pointer that you saw from Kyle Korver, he's only on the night, and he had been shooting over 60% in his last 5 games. So if you go back and you look at the box score and you say, hold on, Kyle Korver was 1 for 6 from three-point range. John Wall almost had a triple-double. Bradley Beal played well. Marcin Gortat had 10 points in the third quarter. And the Wizards still lost. A guy who dropped in the draft, not this year, but the year before, Shabazz Muhammad, the 14th overall pick, spent most of last season in the D-League. He's been kind of a forgotten guy. Well, he's been on fire, averaging just under 20 points per game in his last 6. How dangerous is he?
Wizards Postgame Live, presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
That's why I'm here. The sequel. Paul Pierce with the team on his back, hitting the game winner. He didn't call glass, he called game. Wizards win this one 103-101 on a buzzer beater to improve to 2-1 in this series. Well, this was the scene the last time these two teams met. Paul Pierce, remember him? Thought he sent the Eastern Semis to Game 7, but his 3 was overruled. Atlanta won the series 4-2. Randy Whitman and company out for a little revenge and respect. Well, sharing, that's how you get the job done. Wizards exceptional at that. 27 assists in the game. This one from Bradley Beal to who?
Whip, watch me, nay.
Yeah, that tied the game at 30. John Wall responsible for 12 assists. This one to Otto Porter takes flight. The night gets better for Porter. The former Hoya, looking like the lottery pick that he is, played 39 minutes, had a career high, 23 points on 8 for 12 shooting, 3 for 5 from behind the arc. Led all Wizards in scoring, even chipped in 3 rebounds. Nene coming off the bench this season, the big Brazilian with a big night. Double-double for him. Hawks respond with the little fella, Dennis Schroeder, playing a little give and go, finds his way to the hoop. That puts the Hawks up 1. Well, here comes the real deal. Bradley Beal puts Kyle Korver in the pot and cooks him up. Basket good and 1. We're tied at 88. After that, the Wizards fall apart, though. 26 turnovers. That's 50 in their last 2 games. Wall gives this one away to Kent Bazemore. Part of a 12-zip Hawks run. That revenge and respect will have to wait. Atlanta beats the Wizards again, 114-99. The new Cavs head coach, Tyronn Lue. And the Cavs hosting the Spurs. Theme of the night, good defense leading to good offense. That's LeBron James with the steal. Throws it ahead to Tristan Thompson with the deal. 21-13 Cavs. Into the first quarter, Cavs putting numbers on the board. J.R. Smith beats the buzzer. Bueno. Cleveland up 37-30. Most points the Spurs have allowed in a quarter this season. Midway through the third, Kyrie Irving. He's back. He's healthy. He's got handles and a left-handed shot. 70-57 Cavs. Late third off another Spurs turnover. That's James. Scores 2 more of his 29. Cavs cruise to a 117-103 win over the Spurs. The true definition of an upset alert. Teams with the NBA's best record against the team with the league's worst record. Warriors versus 76ers. Fourth quarter, status quo. Sixers down 13. T.J. McConnell throws it up to Nerlens Noel. Philly once down 24 now, trailing just 11. 30 seconds left, 2-point game. Ish Smith ties it up at 105. 5 seconds left. What do you do on a pick and roll? You double Steph Curry right? Wrong. Draymond Green to Harrison Barnes. Bang, bang. Sixers, though, get one last shot. Robert Covington. That's good if it goes. Oh, that is no bueno. Golden State escapes with the 108-105 victory. The Lakers taking on the Thunder. No Kobe Bryant. He's out resting a sore right shoulder. Probably a good decision because Kobe didn't want any part of that man. Kevin Durant puts Julius Randle on skates. Game high 22 points for Durant. He also knocked down 3 triples. The Thunder led by as many as 46. They improved to 14-3 at home. Enes Kanter with a double-double, 19 points, 14 rebounds. Thunder destroy LA 118-78. On this edition of 100 Miles an Hour, we take a trip out to Milwaukee, where Bucks forward John Henson was feeling good. After signing his $44 million extension, Henson wanted to celebrate by purchasing his very first Rolex. Apparently, he went to the wrong establishment. Schwenke Caston Jewelers recently was vandalized and robbed. John Henson had nothing to do with that, but he paid the price for others' bad behavior. On Monday at 1:20 in the afternoon, while attempting to enter the store, Henson was denied access. Instead of opening the door, the store employee contacted the police several times. Let's listen in on one of those calls.
Was it a red Tahoe, Patty?
Yes, it was a red Chevy Tahoe.
And do you see that red Tahoe out there?
I don't see it. I am hiding in the office. I don't want them to see me out there. We're pretending like we're closed.
Oh, okay.
So no one is on the floor. We're not opening the door. We're just staying in the back.
There was over 12 minutes of the employee racially profiling a customer that was able and willing to purchase items. After the police arrived, Henson was cordial. He was asked what he planned on purchasing. Henson replied he was just trying to shop like any other normal customer. Story over, right? Millionaire that's on billboards in the city driving a vehicle given to him by a local dealership granted access to the store, right? No harm, no foul, correct? Wrong. The employee allowed the officer to come inside and requested that Henson enter through the back door. The employee also requested the officers remain in the store as Henson looked at the watches. The officers declined to do so. Henson left, but did not remain silent.
It was a tough situation, kind of a surreal moment, but, it's one of those things that happens, and, I felt like I needed to speak on it, and, I never want anybody else to go through that. That's the biggest thing for me, man. That is, it's not a good feeling.
The Milwaukee Bucks acknowledged the incident publicly via Twitter, saying, quote, troubling for the entire Bucks family. Nobody should have to experience what John did. The president of Schwenke Caston Jewelers met with Henson and afterwards released this statement, saying, quote, we believe that everyone, professional athlete or not, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. And this is what's important. John Henson is not a criminal, but he was treated like one. Instead of stooping down to the level of his accusers, he stepped up to the level of role model. He's a prime example of how to overcome racial profiling and teach future generations how to react when treated poorly. Here at CSN, we salute you, John Henson, for not going 100 miles an hour and pumping your brakes in this difficult situation. Let's take a look at how everything went down from start to finish by going to some of the highlights. And again, hey, the hero came through to start the game, John Wall. You saw him come out of the tunnel. You thought, okay, this is going to be good for the Wizards. Jeff Teague, well, he had a great game in Game 4. There you see him turning the ball over. And John Wall not going to that left hand like we normally see him on the fast break, finishing with the right hand going back to the basket. Then DeMar Carroll from outside. Hawks only hit 2 3-pointers in the first half, Ron. The Wizards did a good job defending that.
The Wizards have done a really good job, Chris, this entire game.
And you see John Wall going to the basket, getting up, looking good, and you see the moves, and John dishing one of his 7 assists. This one to Gortat for 2 of his 14. That combo worked well tonight. Second quarter, Nene going to work. Pass is in. Good pass. Doesn't make it. First you don't succeed. Try it again and throw it down. So the Wizards down 6 at this point, but really coming back. That's Bradley Beal, and we like when he's aggressive and attacking the basket. Right, Ron?
We really do. You know, that time he waited for it to take the hit and finish.
Wizards finished the second quarter on a 17-6 run, and in the third quarter, Wall of Beal, no look, and they're rolling up 8. Wow, what a pass by John.
It really was. John just, you know, I don't know how he knew that Bradley was down there at the other end. Bradley never came across half court. We called it cherry picking back in the day, and John found it.
Mental vision, intuition. And then Beal stroking from outside. We know he can do that very well, but Jeff Teague and the Hawks started to get it going, attacking the paint. The floater gets all types of touch, and we have a 3-point game yet again. Fourth quarter, here we go. And the Hawks hadn't hit a three-pointer in the second half. Kyle Korver hadn't hit a shot all game. Bang, there's the big one. We have a 4-point game. Then Al Horford in the corner. He's a bad man.
He certainly is. Gortat sucked in that time to give help. And again, it's tough for centers to defend that three-point line. Gortat just a little slow getting out there.
Check out John Wall. Excellent defense. A little scared on that play when you see him get up and make that block. But he would be okay. Pierce turning the ball over. Leads to a layup on the other end with under 15 seconds to go. But you know what my favorite Bob Marley song is?
What's that?
Redemption song. Paul Pierce gets to sing it right here. At least for a few minutes, he felt good. Had to talk some trash over to the Hawks bench. But here it is. The game came down to this. Again, Schroeder making a cut to the basket. Al Horford on the rebound to put back again. 23 points, 11 rebounds, 5 blocks. Hawks win 82-81.